Have you ever stopped to think about what happens when you talk to your cat every day? It might seem strange to some people, but cat owners know these little furballs are way smarter and more sensitive than they seem. And today, I want to tell you why this simple habit, talking to your cat every day, can completely transform your relationship. Stick with me until the end, because you're going to be surprised by everything that happens in your cat's brain and heart when they hear your voice. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell, because here we're always talking about feline behavior, care tips, and amazing curiosities that only true cat lovers will understand. And of course, leave a comment below and tell me if you already have the habit of talking to your cat. I want to know how they react. Now, let's get straight to the point. When you talk to your cat every day, you're doing something far more meaningful than just sticking to a routine or filling the silence in your home. You're building an emotional bond, a deep, invisible connection of trust between you and your cat. Cats, even though they're often seen as independent or aloof, are actually incredibly sensitive animals. They pay close attention to everything: the tone of your voice, the energy behind your words, how often you speak to them, and most importantly, the consistency of those interactions. What that means is this: the more you communicate with your cat, the more they begin to understand that you are a safe, predictable, and essential part of their territory. Each time you talk to them, whether it's a cheerful good morning, asking if they want a treat, or even playfully scolding them for knocking something over, you're sending a powerful message. I'm here. I'm reliable. You can trust me. And for a cat, that's everything. In the feline world, feeling safe is key. Unlike dogs, who often bond quickly and openly, cats take their time. They need space, consistency, and repetition to fully trust someone. So when you make it a habit to talk to them every day, you're helping your cat see you as part of their inner circle. Someone who's not just present, but emotionally available and dependable. Over time, your voice becomes a source of comfort. They start associating it with good things: affection, food, playtime, or simply your calm presence. And even if they don't always respond with meows, they're listening, they're processing, and in their own quiet way, they're responding, maybe with a relaxed gaze, a gentle purr, or that sweet little head bump they save just for you. Talking to your cat every day is actually one of the most powerful ways to strengthen your bond, build mutual trust, and boost their emotional well-being. And the most beautiful part, that bond does wonders for your heart too. And here's the thing: it doesn't have to be a deep or complicated conversation. You don't need to give a speech or say anything particularly meaningful. It can be as simple as saying good morning, telling your cat about your day, or even venting about traffic on your way home. What truly matters isn't the content of what you say, but the sound of your voice, the energy behind it, and the attention you're directing toward your cat in that moment. Cats are incredibly tuned into these subtle cues. They don't just hear your words, they feel them. Your voice carries emotional tones: calmness, stress, happiness, tiredness. And your cat, with their ultra-sensitive ears and emotional radar, picks up on all of it with remarkable sensitivity. In fact, studies have shown that cats can recognize their human's voice and respond differently when a stranger calls their name. This means that your cat not only knows who you are, they recognize and prefer your voice over others. That's powerful. It shows just how deeply they're connected to you, even if they don't always show it in ways humans might expect. When you talk to your cat regularly, you're reinforcing that connection over and over. You're telling them, I see you, I care about you, you're part of my world. And even if your cat just blinks slowly, flicks their tail, or gives you a soft meow in return, those small responses are their way of saying, I know you. I trust you. This kind of emotional communication helps build a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding. And for a species that evolved to be cautious and self-reliant, that level of trust is a big deal. So never underestimate the power of simply talking to your cat. What might seem small or silly to us can mean the world to them. Over time, this simple, everyday communication starts to create a powerful transformation in your cat. The more you talk to them, the more you show up consistently in their world, the safer they feel, and when a cat feels safe, that's when the real magic happens. Not the kind of magic from fairy tales, but the real, quiet kind that comes from trust, routine, and emotional connection. Cats who are shy, distant, or even a little defensive in the beginning often start to open up. Bit by bit, they begin to lower their guard. Maybe they start sitting a little closer. Maybe they begin following you from room to room. They might respond to your voice with a soft meow, a tail flick, a head tilt, or even just a long, slow blink. A feline version of saying "I like you, I feel safe with you." And as this communication continues day after day, you'll likely notice your cat becoming more affectionate, more curious, and even more sociable. They might come to you on their own for cuddles. They may start initiating play, or they'll develop those little rituals that only happen between the two of you, like waiting by the door when you come home, jumping on your lap at a specific time, or giving that one specific meow you both know means "I want attention." It's not just cute, it's meaningful. It shows that your cat sees you as part of their trusted circle, a key presence in their territory and in their emotional world. And what's really amazing is that none of this comes from force or training. It comes naturally, through shared presence, gentle communication, and the quiet rhythm of living together. This isn't magic. This is bonding. This is trust, built day after day through your voice, your energy, your patience, and your care. So the next time your cat gives you that familiar look or lets out a little murp when you speak, know this: it's the result of everything you've built together, and it all started with something as simple as saying hi every day. And you know that old idea that cats are cold or too independent to care? That myth quickly falls apart when you start building a real, consistent channel of communication with your cat, because what may seem like detachment on the surface is often just a matter of trust not yet earned, and when that trust is earned, the change is undeniable. So many cat guardians report something amazing after they start talking more to their cats. Their cats begin to sleep closer to them, sometimes right by their side or even curled up on their chest. They start waiting by the door when they hear their human's voice coming home. They seek out more eye contact, more gentle touches, more shared moments of quiet connection. They come when they're called. They sit near you just to be close. These aren't random behaviors. They're proof of an emotional bond, a reflection of a relationship that's being nurtured every single day through simple, honest interaction. It's a reminder that cats aren't cold or distant by nature. They're cautious, thoughtful creatures who take their time learning who they can trust. And when they choose you, when they let you into their world, that bond becomes something truly special. It's not loud or flashy like a dog wagging its tail, but it's deep, real, and full of meaning. By talking to your cat, showing up with your presence, and respecting their rhythm, you're planting the seeds of a relationship that grows with time, care, and consistency. That's why your cat starts acting differently, more affectionate, more present, more connected. Not because they've changed who they are, but because you've made space for them to feel safe being themselves. The daily connection might seem small, but for your cat, it's everything. And it's in these quiet, everyday moments that the deepest bonds are formed, not through grand gestures, but through presence, patience, and love. And there's more. Talking to your cat isn't just good for them, it's also incredibly good for you. In fact, this simple habit can become a powerful way to manage stress, bring calm to your daily life, and create moments of genuine connection and affection. In a world that often feels chaotic and rushed, taking even a few minutes to talk to your cat slows you down. It grounds you. It brings you into the present moment, where it's just you and your little companion, sharing a space, a feeling, a tiny piece of time. That alone can be healing. Many people don't realize this at first, but when you talk to your cat regularly, you begin to notice more of their personality, their moods, their little habits. You start to pick up on the way they move their ears, how their tail flicks when they're unsure, how their eyes soften when they feel safe. Because when we talk to them, we also start learning to listen, not with our ears, but with our eyes. Our presence and our attention, that's when the real emotional exchange begins. It's not about words. It's about energy, it's about tuning in. You're no longer just coexisting, you're communicating emotionally, silently, and with intention. This kind of interaction does something profound. It builds empathy, mindfulness, and emotional awareness. It strengthens your ability to be present, not just with your cat, but with yourself. And in those quiet moments of connection, you may find comfort, clarity, and even healing. So yes, talking to your cat is adorable, but it's also powerful. It's a daily reminder that love doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes it's found in the softest exchanges, in a look, a purr, a gentle meow, or simply in the act of being there together. And if you have more than one cat, this habit becomes even more powerful. Talking to your cats calmly, consistently, and with affection helps create a more balanced, peaceful atmosphere in your home. Cats are incredibly sensitive to the energy around them. They may not understand your words the way a human would, but they absolutely feel the tone, the rhythm, the intention behind your voice. Have you ever noticed how your cats seem more relaxed on days when you're in a good mood? How they stay closer, purr more, or even nap in the same room as you? And on days when you're stressed or tense, they seem more distant, hiding, becoming quiet, or even more reactive with each other? That's not a coincidence, that's emotional awareness. Your cats are constantly reading the environment, and you are a huge part of that environment. The way you speak, the way you move, the energy you carry, it all influences how your cats feel and how they behave, not just toward you, but toward each other. So when you take a moment to speak softly, gently, and kindly, especially in a multi-cat household, you're doing more than bonding. You're setting the emotional tone of the space. You're helping to regulate the energy in the room. Your voice becomes a kind of emotional anchor, a signal that everything is okay, that they're safe, and that they can relax. This is especially important in homes where cats may still be adjusting to each other, or where there's competition for space and attention. Your calm presence and consistent communication can help diffuse tension, reduce stress-based behaviors, and create a sense of emotional stability that all your cats can pick up on. In that sense, your voice isn't just a tool for connection, it's a tool for harmony. It helps shape a peaceful home where every cat, regardless of personality, feels like they belong. So yes, talking to your cat every single day makes a huge difference in both of your lives. You're not just strengthening a bond, you're creating a genuine connection that greatly improves your daily coexistence. This communication helps balance your cat's emotions, making them feel safer, loved, and understood. And this also reflects on your own well-being, because this exchange brings calm, affection, and a unique sense of companionship. And all of this happens through something as simple as talking, exchanging words, using that familiar sound of your voice that only they know and understand. Now, tell me in the comments, how does your cat react when you talk to them? Do they meow back as if responding, or maybe they blink slowly, that special signal only cat owners truly get? Or do they come closer to lie down by your side, showing they're present, comfortable, and connected with you? I really want to know how this exchange looks between you two, because every cat has its own way of expressing itself, and every relationship is a unique story. And if you've stayed with me until now, you already know what to do, right? Leave a like on this video to show you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel you haven't yet, and share this video with someone who truly loves cats. Because the more we understand our feline friends, their signals, their ways, their needs, the happier and more harmonious life with them becomes. It's a learning process that transforms both their lives and ours. So that's it. See you in the next video. And hey, don't forget, go talk to your kitty today, because they're always waiting for that special moment with you, okay?